All right, so I have a bit of an interesting and odd case. So this is in regards to a hip hop producer named Metro Boomin. Okay, and apparently he is being charged with actual assault. Okay, and in regards to that, it is a lady who is accusing him because she had some psychedelic trip to where she remembered a held back traumatic event, and now she is suing him for if it's her PTSD or just trauma and a crime that was committed against her that she was not aware of until many years later. Let's go ahead and look at this article. It is long. I'm only going to read a bit of it. We're going to go ahead and skim through it, but it is interesting. Okay. Let's get into it. So it says right here, it says hip hop producer Metro Boomin begins trial in federal actual assault lawsuit. Okay, it says a woman suing hip hop music producer Metro Boomin testified in Los Angeles that he raped her in a hotel room in 2016. She realized that she should sue him 8 years later when she was high on a psychedelic plant, ayahuasca, during a therapy session in Peru. This is new, okay? What she said, and her name is Vanessa Lemestre. Lemestre. She said, I recall being instructed from the medicine that this is the root of your issues for the past 10 years. Well, it would be 9, wouldn't it? And you said 8 years later, but it would be 9. And you said this is the root of your issues for the past 10 years. But if it happened 9 years ago, okay. For the past 10 years, this incident with the defendant, Metro Boomin, this is the root of continual trauma and pain and suffering, and that I needed to address this, seek therapy and contact lawyers. Okay, this is what the ayahuasca told her to do. Okay, when she was having her trip. Lemastre says she didn't hallucinate on ayahuasca, and she's always known she couldn't have consented to X with Metro, whose legal name is Leland Tyler Wayne, after she took half a Xanax pill, and Metro gave her a liquor shot after that left her completely incapacitated. All right, she said that she didn't know what consent meant or anything like that. She was asked, did ayahuasca inform you that you had been actually assaulted by the defendant? She said, no, it did not. She says she believes in the 2017 song Rap Saved Me, which Metro produced for rappers 21 Savage and Offset, references her assault with the lines, quote, she took a Xanny, yeah, then she fainted, yeah, I'm from the gutter, hey, ain't no changing. All right. So she said she had this trip and she believed that something deep inside her was being kept in a cage, which happened to be this trauma that she was experiencing. She didn't know, she knew it was something. And she didn't put two and two together that it was Metro Boomin, the hip hop producer Leland Wayne, until she was able to listen to these lyrics, and then she said, oh, that's me. Len Mastre will continue testifying in U.S. District Judge R. Gary Klausner's courtroom on Wednesday as the only plaintiff's witness in the 4-day trial over a lawsuit filed in October 2024. All right. And it says Le Mastre referenced Cassie's lawyer in writings from her ayahuasca-induced therapy session that she labeled Plan Ayahuasca. The writing mentions seeking damages of 3.4 million to 3.7 million, and the need to make the lawyer go viral on the internet by tagging Metro's and 21 Savage's social media accounts. I don't know how I feel about that. You want this large sum of money for something that you think happened in Psychedelic told you possibly happened to you. You couldn't recall it until you read a lyric, and then it was like, oh, okay, so this happened. And then now you're tagging people for clout. Let's continue. Metro's lawyer, Lawrence Hinkle, said Le Mastre sued because she is greedy and upset because my client stopped giving her attention after the last time they had X. She texted him several times after the alleged assault, asking to meet again, and she wrote in her journal that she wanted to see him again and thought it would be beautiful. We are here because she thought my client would solve her financial problems, said Hinkle, managing partner of Sanders Roberts LLP in Los Angeles. And she made a claim that he actually assaulted her, expecting that he would just write a check to make it all go away and quickly and quietly. Quickly and quietly. Ladies and gentlemen, accusing someone of actual assault is extremely serious and it is devastating. This is what he said. It is especially devastating to someone who has been falsely accused, and that's the reality of my client. Metro 32 will testify in his defense. Le Mastre testified she first took ayahuasca in 2019 to address the trauma of her son dying in 2016 when he was 9 months old. She says she told Metro about the death of her son after she met him in Las Vegas, then rejoined him at music studios in Los Angeles on 5 to 7 occasions. She said they once had a kind of subtle cuddle on the couch in the music studio, but she never wanted to have X with him and didn't think he was interested until she awoke to him on top of her in Beverly Hills hotel room. She testified she was conscious only for a few seconds, then regained consciousness when he was forcing himself on her orally. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and link the rest of that story down below if you care to read it. It's very interesting. But let me know what you all think about this down below.